Tom, it's finally here, right? I mean, we've been building to this moment for a long time. It feels like, we've been talking to you a lot along the way, getting ready for this. What's the feel from you right now, man? Are you more amped up than normal? Does this feel different than other fight weeks?
Yeah, man. I'm tired. Supposed to be sleeping right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, it's another opportunity to get my belt. I see it as my belt, and I'm here to claim what's mine. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll let you wake up a little bit, kind of move into it. But no, I know you wanted to hang that L on Jon Jones, right? I mean, and many would argue that you already did, but the stakes are the same, right? As you said, it's the same belt that's on the line.
Same exact thing.
Yeah. Does it still feel the same whether it's Jon Jones or not?
That feels easier. The media is a little less. The overall feel is like it's just a fight as opposed to fighting the greatest of all time kind of deal, where everybody's like, and it's not my first time. I think it's not my first time. Like last time was my first time. I'm a vet, like I know what to expect. I know exactly how to approach it. I know what to do. I know when to get hyped. I know when to stay, even keel. So it's not like I'm not fighting, it's not about the opponent, it's just about the approach. And the way fight week's going and everything's going, like it's pretty simple. Like I'm pretty much in my room sleeping during the day and then I'm up all night. Like I don't have to deal with a lot of anything because everybody's asleep when I'm awake, so it's pretty nice.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of sleep, to anybody that watches this and goes, he's scaring me, he's a little too tired right now. Are we reading too much into it? Are you gonna be okay come Saturday, Sunday?
What time is it right now?
It's 5:35 p.m.
Yeah, I fight at 7 a.m. so I'm not worried about being tired right now.
I dig it. You talked about the difference in the fight, right? I mean, obviously, the one you were fighting like this mythical creature, right? Now you're fighting a guy. Is it as simple as stay away from his power and I'm gonna be okay? Is it that easy of a breakdown?
We'd like to say that, right? I mean, but then again, he says he's like claiming his only attribute is power. So we're in the light heavyweight division, bro. Like I don't know if you know this, but we all have power. So, yeah, it's really a matter of just crossing my T's and dotting my I's. Staying sharp, and I'll be fine.
Very nice. Of course, everybody's been affected by this pandemic and how they prepare and all that. As far as the way you're approaching this thing, has this impacted you? Have you been able to prepare as normal? I mean, what's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty much normal, but the thing that's different is vetting training partners, right? Like I have to make sure not only are they a spy, are they just trying to hurt me? Are they trying to make a name off me to be a gym hero? But now the new thing is, are they trying to bring a virus into my camp and take me out through a virus? Like, and then I'm gonna stay in weight class. I could step in. Like you don't know what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with. So it's been a very close, tight camp. We've been really keeping our eyes on everything. I think it added another potential threat to my camp and my health. So I think that was a little bit of a challenge, telling people no, like it's all right, we don't need you, or just checking temperatures and all that stuff, making sure they have a negative COVID test within the last 7 days. Like it's a whole thing, but I'm here, I'm healthy, and I'm ready to go.
When you win this title, there's going to be some people that say that was Jon Jones' title. There's an asterisk next to it or whatever the case may be. How do you address those people? I mean, do you feel like you have to do anything to validate this belt as being like a real belt, that it's the actual UFC light heavyweight title?
To be completely honest, I could give a shit less what anybody has to say about my belt. At the end of the day, I'll have a gold belt and I'll have the money to match, so F out of here with that.
And once you establish that, what are your goals as a champion? I mean, are you thinking about, are you a guy that takes on the number one contenders every time, or looks for money fights, or whatever your legacy may be? What do you want to accomplish as a champion?
Yeah, man, I'm going to take it one fight at a time. I want to be the best and I want to fight the best. Like, it's not about trying to fight money fights and move up and down division and all this BS. I want to make fighting great again, I guess you could say. Like, come on, man, let's fight the best. Like, let's be a great champion. but I got to win this fight first. I'm focused 100% on Jan. Obviously, I'm here. We're here. We're ready to fight. I'm been obsessing over this since I got the call, and I'm ready. I'm ready to submit my name in the record books here.
That's awesome.
Not only am we on Fight Island, man. That's monumentous enough. You know, I get to be crowned champion on Fight Island. You know, that's pretty epic, if you ask me.
No question. Last thing for me, I mean, your last fight out was pretty impressive, man. I mean, the execution, everything you did. When you see this one play out, how do you see this one getting done? I mean, is this going to be another tight fight all the way to the end? Do you feel like you can get a stoppage here? How does this fight go?
I feel like I get a stoppage for sure. But at the end of the day, all that matters to me is having my hand raised. So we'll see how it goes. It could be, you know, sometimes you run across a guy, you could give him everything you got, and you can't finish him. You know, the goal of every fight is to finish the fight. Sometimes it doesn't go that way, you know. It's not like I chose to not finish the fight. Oh, no, I don't want to finish the fight. I want to go to a decision. Like, no, that's never an option. That's never something that's on my mind. So I'm always looking for the finish, and I'm always trying to go for it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna come out with my hand raised. That's all I know. That's the only prediction I can give you.
Looking at Jan, I don't think it's an argument that you two are the rightful contenders for this title, but do you think he poses the biggest threat in the division that you could face now that Jon Jones is moving to heavyweight?
Yeah, absolutely. He's number 3, and he's earned that position. Number 2 guy's been out for a year, over a year, and he has had double knee surgery on every ligament in both knees. You know, I can't say he's worthy right now. We got to see him fight first. So he's the next. He's number 3. I'm number 1. This is the dream title fight. You know, 1 versus 3 or 1 versus 2. You know, it's awesome. So yeah, I absolutely do believe he's the most dangerous guy and the next guy after myself.
And looking at his last few fights, like Jacare, Rockhold, Corey Anderson, it seems like he was trying to be used as like a stepping stone for these fighters, maybe to get a title shot, especially with Corey Anderson and Jon Jones had that beef. When you were watching those fights, did you know how good Jan was, or did you always favor his opponent, like a lot of the pundits and media did?
No, man, I've always been knowing. I'm not. I look at things objectively, and he has all the skills to be a good worthy opponent. If you really think about it, everybody's a stepping stone for everybody. So it's just the way it is. It's sometimes the dice rolls one way, sometimes it rolls another way. Honestly, I knew that those outcomes in those fights, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was very clear to me. I knew exactly what was going to happen with Rockhold and Corey. Jacare, I didn't know what was going to happen there. But I knew exactly what was going to happen with those 2 guys.
What did you see that the vast majority of people seem not to see in those fights?
Rockhold he hadn't fought in a while. He was coming off of not doing anything, and then he bulked up all crazy, and he doesn't have a great chin. And Jan was active, and he's sharp and tight, and he has good counters, and he's good off the break. Rockhold likes to be fancy and flashy and do things that you probably shouldn't do, i.e. got knocked out off the break. Corey Anderson was coming off a knockout, and he was feeling himself, not by what he was saying. I don't give a crap what anybody says to the media or anything. That doesn't mean anything to me. What matters is what happened in the fight. So he got the knockout against Johnny, so now he thinks he's Mr. Hands, Mr. I'm going to knock you out now. So, and then he also felt like he had great movement, but he doesn't know how to use it really well. And he overstepped, and he was doing too much, and he got knocked out. And he doesn't have the greatest chin either. So 2 guys that, 1, don't have the greatest chin, and 2, were thinking that they were much better than him, and they weren't, clearly.